Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello friends, welcome to Entry. Today I have brought you a very viral topic on OIC resolution on Kashmir. What is this viral topic? Because it is an important topic. Why? Because it will enhance your knowledge in general awareness. And why? Because you know that every time a mains examination held, examiner asked several questions on current affairs. So basically it's on current affairs segment. So I want all of you to know about this resolution on Kashmir. OIC is an Islamic cooperation, and you know that its resolution, if it passes a resolution, that means it will be based on atrocities and all the things related. So what is this resolution? And especially on Kashmir, so that means it revolves around us, and if it revolves around Kashmir, that means India and Pakistan has bound to fight over this resolution. So let's move on and let's see what the resolution is like and what is the thing. You know that OIC asked India to rescind its action in Kashmir. What is the action in Kashmir? India revoked Article 370. You know that. India revoked Article 370 in Kashmir, and that is a big step from the Indian government. And it generates lots of criticism among citizens as well. But what the government is thinking and what the OIC has issued statement, I will teach you everything in this video. Look at this. The 47th session of the Council of Foreign Ministers, that means CFM. So the 47th session was held in Niamey, Niger, and OIC in its meeting of November 27 to 29 at Niamey in Niger had made a reference to India over its policies on Jammu and Kashmir. So recently we have seen that OIC made a strong statement and raised a strong objection against India's policies. Yes, it is our internal matter, but as you know that Kashmir is not at all an internal matter. It is a international border matter. So that means India, not only India, Pakistan will also indulge in that. And if Pakistan is indulged in that, wherever Pakistan has been attached, or you can say cooperated, they will try to dominate over India. Then what thing the Indian government is thinking? Let's move on. What is OIC? First of all, you should know that the Organization of Islamic Cooperation is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations. Okay, so after UN, it is one of the largest. Why? Because all the Islamic countries have been grouped in this organization. And that makes this organization huge and diplomatically very, very strong. With the members of 57 states, so 57 countries have been joined till now, covering four continents. The OIC is the collective voice of the Muslim world to ensure and safeguard their interest on economic, socio and political areas. So basically they are the voice of depressed Muslims, or you can say depressed countries where Muslims are in majority. Okay, and they have to raise their voice against any atrocity. So you need to know these things. The OIC has institutions which implement its programs. Its headquarters is in Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So this is what OIC, 57 members, and it's a continent. It's covering four continents, and its headquarters is in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Okay, so that's the big news, and let's move on and let's see what the statements are like and what are the clashes in this OIC resolution. You need to know this. India, Pakistan, as I have told you already, that India and Pakistan will bound to barb or whatever you can say fight over this resolution. Look at this. India Pakistan trade barbs over OIC resolution on Kashmir. This is the heading. New Delhi, especially New Delhi, rejects obviously Indian government will rejects the OIC resolution which slammed India's action in Kashmir. Yes, it is our internal matter and nobody has a right to made a statement on that. As Islamabad calls India's reactions untenable, which is very, very unsatisfying because atrocities in Pakistan is also a major issue on the minorities. So why just raise voice over India? Okay, India on Sunday rejected the resolution by the 57-member grouping of Muslim nations, saying the OIC has no locus standi, or you can say rights, in matters strictly internal to India. But as I have told you that Kashmir is not a matter of internal politics, it is a matter of international borders as well. You are bound to, you can say that Kashmir is a part of India, but the main thing is that Kashmir is large enough matter for both UN and for OIC. Okay, so there are certain voices who have been raised timely by certain leaders of certain countries, so that makes this issue international. Okay, we strongly and categorically reject the factually incorrect, gracious and unwarranted reference to India in resolutions adopted by the OIC. India's Ministry of External Affairs have been said. We have always maintained that OIC has no locus standi in matters strictly internal to India, including that of Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir, which is an integral and inalienable part of India. So it is a very strong statement made by Indian authority as well. As we know that whenever any country raises a concern over certain, or you can say over a particular area, Indian government will bound to replied on that. OIC countries remain committed to Kashmir cause. Okay, so the thing is that OIC countries, that means 57 countries are committed to Kashmir cause. India has deployed more than 500,000 forces in Kashmir. Yes, India has deployed it home to 12 million people. So for 12 million people, India have deployed 500,000. So that's a big force, and making it one of the most militarized zones in the world. So that makes, if India is revoking something which has been applied from the independence, that means they have to work on their basics as well, and that's where they have pushed their military force into a certain area, and that area is known as Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so, and that makes the most militarized zones in the world. So Kashmir has become a most militarized. Every single road has not been left without an army man. That means you will find army men around your cities every time. Okay, New Delhi says its troops are stationed to quell the armed rebellion. Yes, New Delhi is bound to say that, which erupted in 1989. So in 1989, the militarized has been done to counter the rebellion armed forces. Okay, because we know that there are lots of separatism in the Kashmir as well. Apart from two countries, Saudi Arabia and UAE, with which India has developed good relations, most of the OIC countries remain committed to Kashmir cause. So these two countries, Saudi Arabia, you know that the headquarters is also situated in Saudi Arabia, and UAE, India has a good relationship with Kashmir, Saudi Arabia and UAE. So these two countries have maintained their silence. Otherwise, rest of the 55, or you can say among 57 countries, they have raised their voice strongly. The OIC resolution not made public. However, it is clear that OIC has not made any resolution public either on its website or on its Twitter handle. But the resolution, which also but the sources says that it will be revealed soon. Okay, the resolution which also condemned India for use of live fire and pellet guns against civilians. India have used lots of pellet guns which resulted lots of injuries, and it has also been published by majority of magazines, majority of big magazines, and that tarnishes India's image in the world of a democratic secular nation. Okay, so that's a big accusation made by OIC. Okay, now, because the pellet guns have raised concern, all right, they have used pellet guns on civilians, which resulted in the blindness of the civilians. Okay, which criticized Islamabad. All right, so attracted sharp reaction from New Delhi, which criticized Islamabad without naming its western neighbor. It is regrettable that OIC continues to allow itself to be used by a certain country. It is regrettable, they said, which has an abominable record on religious tolerance, radicalism, and persecution of minorities. As I have already told you that Pakistan has the image of Pakistan is not as good as they are thinking about. Okay, because atrocities on minorities in Pakistan is also very big issue. So why OIC has not made any statement on this issue? They have to made a statement, and India has to raise this issue as well. Okay, radicalism and persecution of minorities to indulge in anti-India propaganda. The MEA said that. Former India diplomat Talmiz Ahmad said that the OIC is a thoroughly discredited body and it has no standing whatsoever in the global community. So it's a big accusation. It's a huge statement made by Talmiz Ahmad. You can say former diplomat. All right, so why would Pakistan is going ahead and made an accusation? Because once India has revoked 370, Pakistan has not been able to move its terrorist, or you can say all the anti-India activities freely. All right, so that's why the issue has been raised aggressively by Pakistan. So I believe you have got all the information you need on OIC resolution. I hope you have understood this matter. It is an international matter. Yes, India has revoked 370. Yes, OIC has made a strong statement. Yes, Pakistan is keep objecting over this issue. But you know that it is an important issue, and you need to remember where OIC has been and its headquarter is, and how many members are there, and which two member has not raised its voice against India. All right, and the meeting has been held, 47th of the session has been held where. So these are the things, these are the data you need to collect on that. Guys, if you want more videos like this, just subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon, and just share and like this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Till then, thank you.